You already know how to achieve. You are successful, and yet something is asking for more. More wealth, more impact, more freedom, more well-being, more pleasure and play, more life. The question is no longer whether you can create success. The question is whether you can expand without sacrificing the life you are building it for. At Maison Sovrêne, we help visionary entrepreneurs and women in leadership expand the internal capacity to hold more of what they desire. The thing is this: most women track revenue. A few track capacity. Yet capacity determines the quality of your decisions, your recovery after a week of meetings, your ability to hold visibility without crashing, and your ability to keep growing without burnout. Just to name a few. The problem is not your ambition. The problem is that the force shaping your performance remain largely invisible. You may have noticed it. The weeks where everything flows. Ideas come easily. You feel empowered. Your decisions feel clear. And your energy matches your big vision. But you also know the weeks where it doesn't seem to fit at all, despite all the effort, where you feel like you have reached a certain ceiling. And you cannot quietly explain why. What if you could see what is actually happening, so you can change it for the better? My name is Danielle Eijkmans and I'm the founder of Maison Sovrêne. For more than 15 years, I run 2 law firms and advised entrepreneurs, CEOs and decision makers navigating complex businesses, leadership and life transitions. And during that period, I was struggling with recurring health issues, exhaustion and a body that seemed unable to recover during the weekend. And that experience sent me searching. And what I found, or rather what I did not find, changed everything. There was no integrated system where identity work, mind reprogramming, the nervous system, embodied energetics, and measurable data work together as one integrated system. Because you cannot see them as separate, they are interconnected. So I built it myself and I called it luxury identity engineering. And it's the methodology of Maison Sovrêne. And when I began developing luxury identity engineering, I spent a year of tracking myself first. And what the data revealed changed everything. My body needed far more recovery than I ever had given it. I needed a different rhythm entirely. But perhaps the most surprising discovery was this. I began to see which beliefs my body was responding to with stress. And that became one of the clearest signals of whether I had truly embodied my next level of identity or whether I was simply performing it. And once I could see those patterns, I could change them. And that became the foundation of Maison Sovrêne. Today we measure physiological data and read it in the context of your business. Not as wellness metrics, but as an intelligence specific to you and the life you are building. So instead of wondering why you always crash after a lounge, we can see exactly what your body was doing in the weeks leading up to it. Instead of pushing through visibility when your system is depleted, you know when you are primed for high performance and when you are not. And instead of seeing exhaustion as weakness, you understand it as information and you know what to do with it. And the most amazing thing is, this does not add complexity to your life. No, I know you're busy, I honor your time. This removes complexity. Because when the invisible becomes visible, decision-making becomes simpler, growth becomes more sustainable. You can make different changes and other decisions. So this is not coaching, it's not a wellness program, it's private mentorship informed by measurable intelligence. So you can stop guessing and start making decisions from a place of knowing. If this resonates with you, I invite you to submit a private inquiry where we together can discover where you are now, where you want to go, and whether Maison Sovrêne is the right next step for you.